What's your rating?
You know, I'm going to go with the 6.5.
That high?
Yeah, I enjoyed it that much.
You enjoyed it
laughed.
that much?
Here's the thing, okay?
Here's the thing.
Comedies, it's rare that I laugh out loud to the point of not being able to
hyperventilation.
Yeah, I would go as high as a 6.5 for a comedy, for sure.
Okay, since you put it that way, for a comedy, I'm gonna go 5.5.
Okay,
because I have to consider that this is a stupid fucking movie, and that definitely takes a lot out of it.
Yeah, I mean, we were laughing. It served its purpose.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I loved it, and so here's the ones, because I just absolutely love the people who hate it so much that they have to write out how much they hate this shit. And oh my god, that one is so long and the title is so funny. He is dead, people. A corpse. That's the title. Yeah, we know he is. Worst film I have ever seen.
Oh.
April 27, 2002. Words cannot express how poor this film is. There is no plot. The acting is appalling. Basically, the whole film is the same joke that Bernie comes to life when music plays, repeated over and over again, and it worked every fucking time.
I'm guessing that part wasn't in the review.
That was not in the review. And by the way, there is a fucking plot. They got to get the money to give to the cartel that Bernie fucking stole from his company. Bernie obviously was involved with like the mafia in the first one. I mean, do you not pay attention to movies? Do you just like, this is stupid?
And you're right. It worked every time.
Every time.
There's not a point in the movie where you're like, oh god, okay, he's moving again.
Yeah, like, oh, we get it. The music's playing. Yeah. I hoped music was playing every second of this movie. With a running time of 97 minutes, it's about 95 minutes too long. But they failed to write in what their favorite 2 minutes were. I mean, clearly, if they think it's 95 minutes too long, there's a moment of that movie they liked.
Can you email that person? Is there an option for that?
No, not at all. It might have been okay as a short sketch on a comedy show, but the premise is way too flimsy to work for that amount of time without boredom kicking in. The guy who plays the corpse works very hard, but this really is a poor film, even by American standards. You know, okay, let's pause for a minute, and you just worked 10 plus hours overnight. You didn't get bored and fall asleep once during it. I think they fucking did their job. They kept you entertained and engrossed into the movie.
Yeah.
But see, that's what I love about these 1 stars is they just don't get it.
Oh, and
they just don't understand.
I think that's an understatement. Read that last sentence again about, the last couple sentences.
The guy who plays the corpse works very hard.
There you go. That's an understatement because you should win some kind of award for that performance.
It was all miming. He did a fucking awesome job miming under the ocean.
Yeah.
You know, everyone else is swimming around him with fucking survival scuba gear, and this guy is like holding his breath. I mean, I'm sure they, obviously during filming, they like had to keep him alive. They'd get in fucking trouble.
Since we're not filming this, I think the next clip needs to be you and I trying to do the Bernie dance from a laying position.
Okay.
And see if we can pull it off.
See if we can get up and do it. Okay.
Maybe people can vote on who's best.
This is from 2006, January 1st, another New Year's, a New Year's terrible review.
Wait, what rating is this?
This is a 1 star.
So, hold on. First of all, you're giving it a 5.5.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 6.5.
Yeah.
Can we agree on a 6?
We'll agree on a 6 for sure.
So
for sure. I'll move up.
We'll read a 6.
This is the last bad one. The smell of a dead body, and then it starts out with in quotes. The smell of a dead body. They're like quoting themselves. That is what I used to describe how bad this movie stunk. I can't believe they were actually considering a third installment based on how weak the premise was for this dud. Bernie is up and moving around thanks to the workings of some voodoo doings. Just playing the music and Bernie is on his feet and moving about. I mean, you sound excited about it because we were. What a lousy concept. I was willing to dismiss the fact that Bernie would be smelling ripe and attracting the green flies. The green flies. But to have him up and about at the sounds of reggae, that is just too much. Weekend at Bernie's was no classic, but it was a funny movie that could be enjoyed for laughs. Weekend at Bernie's 2 just takes the whole concept a little too far. On a side note, Mad TV once did a trailer for a spoof called Weekend at Tupac's. That was funnier than Weekend at Bernie's 2. Ooh, just stab the knife in a little bit more. Like, fuck you guys, Mad TV did it better.
Here's the thing. What do you expect from a sequel to a movie about a dead guy that's being hauled around by these two morons? Charming morons.
I know. Like, what is your problem?
Like, what do you want?
Fucking Spartacus with this shit. All right, this is a 6 out of 10. And it's from 2002. And for being a 6 rating, the title is very misleading. Disappointing. I watched this film for only one reason, which was that the original was fantastic. This story had a lot of potential, which wasn't really used at all, without as many laughs and quite a bad story. I found this movie rather a letdown. It was occasionally funny in places, but it's nothing special and overall disappointing. Stay with the first movie. It's much, much better. That's not a 6.
It's not a 6.
That is not a 6.
A 3, maybe.
All right, here's the last one, and it's just called Why. It was from 1999. Why? Why, TriStar? Why did you make this movie? Did it really need a sequel? The answer is no. But although it wasn't needed, it was still funny sometimes. I liked it somewhat. 6 out of 10. Rated PG for language and brief nudity.
I feel I liked it a little bit more than that guy.
Oh, but, yeah. A little bit more, but I also like his MPA rating at the end. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Rated PG.
Yeah. It's not The Secret of Nim, but it still shows boobies. All right. Thanks for Weekend at Bernie's too, Chad. That was awesome.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. We have my friend to thank too. She
thank you so much.
She was sweet for picking it up for the podcast. And I told her I was going to surprise you.
Yeah, that was great, dude. That was awesome.
Yeah.
As of now, you're hopefully listening to this on Spotify, and I just created, because we just put it up today. So this is like episode 10, and I just uploaded episode 1. But there is an email address now. It's sequilibriumpodcast@gmail.com. Email us whatever you want. Suggestions, movies suggestions,
insults.
Fuel that fire. You got anything?
I'm just so happy.
I know, me too.
I'm so happy that we got to do this.
What
episode.
a great early Christmas.
Really?
Yeah.
What is today? December 5th?
Yeah, December 5th.
Nice.
Yeah, very good.
Well, goodbye, everyone.
Thanks for listening.
Watch Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, by the way, totally watch this movie.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, or if you haven't seen it in a while, I recommend it 100%.
Maybe not watch them back to back.
No.
Maybe give it a week apart.
Yeah. Maybe not even watch the first one. This movie deserved a recap in the beginning. That's what the animation should have been.
Well, exactly. It makes it seem like that's what happened.
That's what it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, watch Weekend at Bernie's too. It's great.
Yeah. Please do.
Please.
Let's get this readily available on all streaming platforms.
Maybe we should start like a change.org thing.
Same with Not Quite Human. Do you remember the movie Not Quite Human?
No, not at all.
Not at all. It was a Disney movie. It had Alan Thicke in it, and his son was an android that he built, and like his name was Chip, and he went to high school.
Not Quite Human.
He had to plug himself in and charge himself up. Yeah,
no.
They never released it on DVD.
Never
I
seen
thought
it.
when Alan Thicke died, I would finally
He's dead?
see it.
The dad from Growing Pains
Yeah,
is dead?
yeah, like 6 years ago.
Oh
I
my
think.
God. I feel like I should look into Steve Guttenberg, make sure he's doing okay.
You and I might have to do a clip watch of that one on YouTube or something.
That'd be
'Cause I
fun,
can't-
especially since I've never seen it.
Maybe I'll just order the VHS and we can do it old school.
Bring over my VCR.
Oh, I got 2 of them.
Oh,
Don't
fuck,
you worry.
fuck yeah.
Anyway, I guess it's almost like I don't want to bring this episode to an end.
I know. What are you prolonging it for? You got to go to bed.
It's almost like I don't want Weekend at Bernie's 2 to be over. It's been such, an anticipated moment. I feel like
there's going to be a way for us to bring it back, to connect it into the next movie we watch. So.
We will. Anyway,
thanks for listening, everybody.
Goodbye.
Peace. Okay, IMDb for this movie is a 6.9.
It's good. It's good.
Totally. Here you go. 1 stars. 30 minutes in. This movie is awful. It's like a bad soap opera mixed with a terrible B movie. Truly boring, where all they do is try to remind you of the original. That's super lame. You need a new movie with Easter eggs of the past, not an entire movie that just shows you the original movie. I mean, as much as I had to complain, I didn't feel like I was watching the original movie. In fact, I was literally calling for more references.
Yeah.
You need a new... We turned it off after... Who gives a shit? Who? We turned it off after a while because it's just not funny. It's not original, it's not funny, and the acting is horrendous. I mean, it's fucking Ralphie. What do you expect from him?
Even my dog left the room halfway through the movie.
Yeah, my cat started clawing at the ground next to it. That's how much he hated it. Plus, recasting the mom is a no-go. Yeah, seriously, kill both parents. That's what they should have done. Kill both parents. They died in a car accident on the way to see Ralphie.
And let us see the brutality, too.
Exactly. Let's get fucking dark with this shit.
Let us see a decapitation.
No, Ralphie, no! Maybe they died from soap poisoning, and Ralphie's like, you deserved it. Fucking shoving that bar in my mouth.
Yeah.
Let me finish this. That never works well and didn't work here. I mean, it really did, but it also really didn't. Like, I kept hearing the mom saying that the horse's name was Victor from the original, and what does the sound a little piggy make to Randy? Which Randy, forgot about him. That was a fun show up for a second. But I kept hearing that voice, and then I kept hearing it in her, but then it was visually somebody else.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember the mom being that mean. Seriously, she was so fucking mean to Sandy. It was so funny. So mean to her.
Yeah.
I don't remember the mom being like that. So who gave her that personality?
To the carolers.
Yeah. It won't take long. It won't take you long to realize all they're doing is a constant attempt at cash grabbing at the original movie.
Of course.
Boring, and they shouldn't have made it.
Of course they are. What else are they going to do?
There's another cash in. This film is rotting in movie hell. So says this person.
What do you expect from this sequel? That's what you want. That's why they're making it. That's the only reason they feel they can even make a dime off of A Christmas Story Christmas.
Okay, I'm gonna read The film is rotting in movie hell.
Oh, I thought that was the end of the last.
No, that was the beginning of the new one. So first, this movie is bad, like real bad. So first, it has none of the charm of the original and feels like watching Elf in June drunk. It feels almost impossible that people like this movie. It is like giving Master of Disguise a 10 out of 10. That's one sentence.
You must really not like Master of Disguise, huh?
Turtle.
We were lucky enough to get his opinion on another movie.
I think this person probably listens to How Did This Get Made and thinks that they're trying to be funny. Like watching Elf in June drunk, because who watches Elf in the middle of summer drunk? I mean, you watch it drunk in winter, I guess.
Yeah. He's just rambling.
But let's be honest, who the fuck watches Christmas movies in the middle of June? I'm going to be on this side here. You're a fucking psycho if you watch Christmas movies outside of the Christmas season. That's plain and simple. That's like putting up your Christmas tree on November 1st. Which, by the way, I will say before I continue this, the Christmas season technically, I would say has begun since it's December 1st, but it's felt like Christmas a lot earlier, like way before Thanksgiving for some reason.
Which I don't like.
I've been feeling it a lot sooner in a good way than a negative way.
Oh, good. Merry Christmas.
The film tries and fails to reproduce the warm, cozy feeling of the original, but manages to deliver a flat, superficial reproduction. See, that time they decided to use commas. The film's only saving grace are the many familiar faces from the previous film. This movie chooses quantity over anything else. This movie is a greased thong fried with a side of mayo and ketchup. It is the worst movie I've ever seen. The writer's house is in flames. Good day, sir.
I'm sorry, a greased thong?
That's what it says, thong. Huh. Yeah. I don't know what they were trying to say or refer to.
I don't even know how to visualize that in my mind.
I'm just picturing a greased up pair of underwear covered in ketchup and mustard.
That was mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise and ketchup that someone's being forced to eat, and they're like, "No, I don't want to eat that." And they're like, "Yes, you want to eat it? It's got secret sauce on it." Yeah, I don't hate it this bad. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, this is a really fucking long one. Really long one. Really long.
These are either people that didn't care for A Christmas Story to begin with, or have such love for the original that they just weren't going to get on board regardless.
This one says low budget, horrible acting. Please save your money. How? If you pay for HBO Max, how are you saving your money by not watching a movie that doesn't cost you anything?
Maybe he's talking about the people that are signing up just to watch A Christmas Story Christmas.
And I want to know who the fuck are those people?
I mean, they could be. I bet there's a handful out there.
All the things HBO Max has to offer: House of the Dragon, White Lotus, Flight of the Conchords, all their old programming, countless movies, and you're thinking someone's just gonna sign up and then cancel their subscription?
Dude, I would argue, and this is going to be a little controversial, but I would argue that A Christmas Story Christmas has probably gained HBO Max 5,000 plus subscribers. They were just like,
that's not even
A Christmas Story Christmas. Yeah, okay, I want to watch that. Oh, shit. It's only on HBO Max. I don't have HBO Max. Oh, they have a free month. Let's sign up, watch it. Probably more. I'm thinking 750,000 people.
That's a lot
signed
of fucking
up
people
for HBO Max.
I mean,
1.4 million people.
Can you say that there's anyone out there who doesn't have HBO Max or access to HBO Max at this point?
Well,
homeless people?
You caught me with that second one because I don't have HBO Max.
But you do thanks to me.
Thanks to you.
I should start charging you $7 a month for this shit.
And I'm reading more now, too, so it's great.
What do you... Oh! I was like, how the fuck do I help with that? Oh, yeah, subtitles. Because every time you turn them off, I turn them right back on.
Oh, yay! They're covering the face of all the characters. Isn't this fucking enjoyable?
Listen, if you're getting HBO Max for free, deal with it. All right, what Christmas movie are we going to do next?
I'll give you my friendship for free, buddy.
What Christmas movie are we going to do next?
Well, we're doing fucking Not Quite Human next.
Oh, dude, we got to stick to Christmas.
Well, we're going to have to squeeze it in then somehow.
We got to stick to Christmas.
We're going to have to squeeze it in alongside another Christmas
I'm
movie.
really fighting this, and I shouldn't. Because how many times have I forced you to watch shit? Okay, yeah, we'll do Not Being Human.
Not Quite Human.
Not Quite Human. And put Christmas on hold. There's so many fucking Christmas sequels that we should be doing.
Name one that you can't go without watching.
Santa Claus 2.
This holiday season. Santa Claus 2?
Yeah.
Okay, I just recently watched it, but I'm willing. Yeah.
You got to watch the Santa Claus movies every Christmas. Yeah. Every Christmas.
First one's still superior to the others.
We could do for shits and giggles. Maybe let's do this for our first Gone in Sequel seconds. Christmas Story 2, the Daniel Stern movie.
Okay.
We'll just watch the trailer and
that's good.
Go from there.
I like that. Because you haven't seen it?
I've never seen it. Never seen it. Don't want to.
Neither do
Or or Christmas Vacation 2 with Cousin Eddie.
You're giving me the choice between Santa Claus 2 or Christmas Vacation 2?
Yeah, all we have to do is watch the trailer for Gone in Sequel Seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Which
like
one?
that.
Which one?
Love the first.
Christmas Story 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then we'll do Not Quite Human 2.
Yeah.
Because they made 2 of them.
And it's Gone in Sequel Seconds, so we can do both.
Just for Alan Thicke. That's true. Okay. All right. At Sequilibrium Podcast. Like, subscribe, follow.
Please.
That's it. That's it. Just fucking do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Just do it. You won't shoot your eye out.
This podcast has been brought to you by Nike.
All right. So let's do some IMDb shit for next. Oh my God. Still Not Quite Human has 5.6.
Yeah, but we're looking at Not Quite Human,
I
too.
know. All right. So this has a 5.9 out of 620 people.
No, it's not bad.
Totally. What would you give it, being that you love this movie?
Honestly, I'd probably give it a 5.
That's what I would give it. I don't hate it. I really liked it.
I'd probably give the first one 5.5 simply because it does hold that for me.
I really wish I would have seen it when I was younger, for sure. For sure. But let's check out the 10 out of 10s, if there's any.
Yeah, I wonder.
There's a lot.
Is there?
Oh my God. That bar is high, but there's only one written. One written. Now I must add that this is out of 620 people.
What score does the first one have? Out of curiosity.
The first one has 6.
Wow.
Out of 1,200 people.
Okay.
Now I would give the first one maybe a 4.
Really?
But I'd give this one a 5. Yeah, that first one just didn't catch me. It didn't catch me. His head twitched too much. It was annoying. Let's see. Okay.
You twitch too much.
Oh, wow. Was this you, Chad? Donald Russell from July 12th, 2022. Is that your...
Keep it down.
That's your surname on the internet?
How dare you? Cut that shit out.
Like, once you brought it up and then you couldn't let it go?
No.
How long have you been talking about this movie, too? It was like almost anytime something robot-related we watched, you're like, hey, did I
Not Quite Human.
Did I tell you about Not Quite Human? Like, it could just be like a robot
And you still
toy
can't get the fucking
in the
title
background.
right.
What did I say? What did I say? Not quite being human again?
Actually, you got it right that time.
Oh, yeah,
just
I
felt
did.
like being
I
a
did.
dick.
I did. There's no written 1-star reviews. So that means like not enough people cared enough to like hate on it.
For the first or the second?
Second one. Great and fun family entertainment.
This is a 10.
Yeah.
This is Donald.
Donald Russell.
That was his name, right?
Yep.
Donald Russell, you say?
I grew up watching this film more times than I could count. Yep, this is definitely you. The actors do an amazing job. The direction and writing is sharp. You can tell that they did everything they could with the budget they had.
I'll give him that.
The practical effects are well done. This movie will make you laugh, cry, and leave you with a warm and fuzzy feeling by the end. What is the missing piece that makes us human? You'll leave this film with a solid answer to that question.
Really?
What is the missing piece that makes us human? Well, we're not missing anything, right?
Are we not?
Because we're human.
I don't know.
What makes us human?
It's questionable.
How about...
I'd say we're missing humanity.
I think it's referring to the emotion.
Do you?
Yeah, because the whole movie is about him learning emotion.
Of course.
And that's not missing from us. We
Yes.
all have emotion.
He got that a little bit in the first movie.
I don't remember him talking about it.
But it was just... I like how Like you said, they went Lawnmower Man style with Roberto.
Yeah, he fucking plugs her.
Not Roberto. That would have been a totally different movie.
Plugs her right into the fucking computer system, and
yeah, he does.
What is she? I mean, could she take over the world? Would she take over the world? It's not in my programming.
Yeah, with the right guidance, the right programming.
Okay, can we continue back on to Christmas movies? Sorry, I got the hiccups. I'm like Chip. I got a virus in me.
I mean, I guess, it's all about Mike on this podcast.
No, do you want to do Still Not Quite Human?
No, I think we should wait till the new year.
Okay, good, because I want to do Christmas sequels.
Yeah, I think that should be the first one of the new year.
Okay, so let's do, since we did a Christmas story, right? That's that what it's called? Christmas story? Or Christmas story, Christmas. Let's do part 2 with Daniel Stern.
Let's do it.
The one in the middle that we didn't know about.
Yeah, I want to.
I'm curious. I've never seen it. I'm sure it's got terrible reviews.
Oh, I'm sure.
Or we could do Jingle All the Way 2 with Larry the Cable Guy.
Let's just do them both. But I think we should do A Christmas Story 2 next.
Okay.
Just because the new one's still fresh in my mind and the classic will always be fresh in my mind.
All right. Fuck yeah. Let's do it. At Sequilibrium Podcast on the internets. Like, subscribe.
And let me tell you, there's nothing like
He's going to
this.
tell you something.
There's nothing like this Not Quite Human episode on the internet right now.
That's
nothing like it.
No.
So, if you're a fan of this movie,
which you probably aren't,
spread the word about this podcast. Become a little Not Quite Human yourself. Go around. Act a little weird. Get people turned on to the podcast.
Be literal. If someone says we just took the cake, be like, where did we take it to? Or something, just something stupid like that. Yeah, what was I going to say? If you're one of the 620 people who reviewed it on IMDb, you must like it.
620.
That's a lot of people.
What's the average?
5.9.
No. For a different movie, what's the average for movies as far as
like big blockbusters?
As far as ratings go.
All right, let's look up.
Look up No Way Home.
Let's look
see
up
the difference.
Spider-Man No Way. No, I was going to do Thor: Love and Thunder. Or no, maybe since it's Christmas, let's do Love Actually. That has 482,945 reviews.
Oh.
So that's that. Let's see what a big let's see what No Way Home was. 748,000. So
it's actually not as many as I expected.
I know. I was thinking like maybe like 2.5 or something. Yeah. And then let's see. Still Not Quite Human. The third one.
Good job. Good job, right, buddy.
552.
Huh. Read a 10 for Still Not Quite Human right now.
Read a 10? Okay,
10.
write it now. Before there's more. There's none.
There's none?
There's none.
9?
None.
8?
8? None.
7?
None.
There's nothing?
There's 6. There's one for 6.
Okay, let's hear this asshole's opinion.
I've never seen it, so I don't know
It's probably a 6, so let's see.
The Not Quite Human trilogy is a guilty pleasure for me. They are not great movies, but like Airplane or Ernest movie, if it is not at 2 a.m, it keeps your attention. In this, it's 12 a.m. We better hurry up and watch it because I'm going to lose my attention once the clock hits 2. In this installment, we find Chip and Father still living together like a couple of weirdos Apparently, the sister Robin Lively has more important things to do with her career than be in this movie. Don't be a dick. That's pretty awesome. I mean, that's rad. That just means you're moving up in your fields. But this time we get 2 Alan Thicks for the price of 1. Wow!
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
This is the 3rd time I'm going to tell you he was replaced by an android. He said sarcastically, he was sarcastic about wanting 2 Thicks. Okay. Apparently, an evil millionaire has kidnapped the real Dr. Carson and replaced him with an android. Mid-hilarity ensues. A pickpocket and female cop are just thrown into the plot for no reason. Whatever happened to Jay Underwood anyway? He was an okay actor. The Boy Who Could Fly was good. Invisible Kid was funny. He was made bad choices in his career. Don't get me started on Fatal Affair. I would like to see someone give him another chance. Oh well. Also recommend Sleep Stalker, straight-to-video horror flick, and that Napa commercial I have seen Jay on. That was from 2001.
Oh boy.
Yeah, fuck Jay Underwood. What'd you do, man? Bad career choices. Let's see what Jay Underwood has been up to. Uncle Buck, we know that.
If only they could just
Fantastic Four, we said that earlier.
make a sequel with the original. If only Alan Thicke was still alive.
Okay, he is in some production stuff called The Shade. A cynical detective, a hotshot reporter, a cloaked vigilante navigates a web of shadows to uncover and subdue an ancient, unimaginable evil. Okay. This looks like some straight to DVD stuff. Who funds these kinds of movies? Who's like, oh, that's so good. I'm going to read every bit of this that just came across my desk.
Yeah.
The Surge of Power, Revenge of the Sequel. This is a movie that he was in.
Well, it's kind of like when you said, Not Quite Human couldn't have been more than $100,000 budget. Like, that's why they made 3 of them. They didn't make 3 of them because it was a fucking massive success or it was some piece of art.
Yeah.
They made it because it was cheap to make.
Yeah, all you need is a fucking handy cam and some beep boop circuits.
Yeah.
All right. That's Not Quite Human for now.
For now.
IMDb. Well, I just keep you here in suspense. All right, here we go. IMDb is 7.3. That's what I would give it.
Sounds good.
But I just cannot wait to see what the hatred for it is. Nothing has changed. It's hard for me to comprehend why people are getting paid to make stuff like this. I mean, I have a sense of humor. I'm not a stupid man. Yet this attempt at the hapless idiots escaping all the troubles stacked against them has gotten so boring. The humor in this film is, of course, crude and silly. A movie a person could only watch once. Terrible. Who told them the name of the movie? I mean, someone said, hey, do you want to watch this movie? It's called Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. What are you expecting out of it? Oh, I don't know who those two are at all. I can't wait to see what this movie's going to be like.
Yeah, it didn't exceed expectations, but it definitely lived up to them.
So here's the only other written 1-star review. It's called Garbage. What the heck was this supposed to be? This movie is not funny, stupid, and not worth your time. No wonder it went straight to streaming platform. Horrible.
That would have been cool, I must say, if this would have been a theatrical release.
Yeah, it would have been cool. It would have been perfect. It would have been awesome. But like saying no wonder why this went straight to streaming service is like saying that we didn't have new releases straight to streaming services the last 3 fucking years.
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead are going to change
that. Oh, man.
This is the one, guys.
This is the one, yeah. This will make or break films today. Oh, it's getting straight to DVD release.
Hashtag save cinema. Beavis and Butthead.
I know.
Do the universe.
Nicole Kidman needs to come out and read some of these. Get everyone back in the theaters. All right, here's your 10 out of 10s. It like changes the paradigm or something.
I love it. I love it already.
It's almost like we just wrote that. It's perfect. Was a bit worried seeing CG animation in the intro, but the movie is real animation. Biggest surprise is the plot is a bit more elaborate than Do America. All the stupidity you want is still there, but it actually has a good thriller plot that isn't always obvious. Judge can still do Butthead's voice 100%, but Beavis is a bit off at times. Not enough to really matter. Best Black Sabbath song chosen to feature in it. I did notice that about the voices.
Did you with Beavis? Really?
Yeah, I did.
Huh.
And it's like when you're talking to someone who's doing a fake accent, but constantly stutters and loses it,
right,
and then gets it right away again.
Yeah.
Butthead was like pretty much spot on, but Beavis kind of lost it a little bit. Had to have Cornholio. That was fucking cool.
Hold on. Well, let me argue with you a little bit. Maybe that's because we saw Beavis in a way that we've never seen Beavis before.
What do you mean?
And maybe that's why his voice was changing in a way. It's because we've never seen Beavis so vulnerable. He's falling in love.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know?
That's very true. They did put Beavis in a more vulnerable position.
Yeah.
More so than ever. And Butthead
Sneaking
was
off
still
into the
Butthead.
porta potty and talk to his lady.
Yeah, that's true. That is
Yeah.
very true. They did put him in that kind of a situation. All right, one more 10 out of 10. Let me see if I can find a good title here. Damage is cool, yeah. Fire, hee hee. That's the name of it. Do you remember when they got in trouble for like praising fire? Some kid lit his house on fire because Beavis
In the series?
in real life.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
after that they couldn't say fire anymore.
I do
and,
remember
like,
something like that.
Beavis was like, I know I'm supposed to say something right now, like on one episode.
yeah.
I thought that was awesome,
Yeah.
making fun of the fact that they couldn't.
Right.
I came for the idiocy. I stayed for the story. I was expecting a story like B&B Do America, but this is better. I would have been content hearing my favorite 2 idiots spitting out phrases like cornholio, teepee for my bunghole, and fire for a couple hours, but it actually came with a decent story of political intrigue. As usual, the adults have all their own motivations, while B&B note things like, that sign says Johnson. And they remain obsessed with boobs and phallic symbols. I don't know if the humor translates for people that weren't young in the 90s. I'm sure my score got a couple stars for nostalgia. I'll be curious to read what people write that weren't around when B&B were everywhere. Glad I caught the Mike Judge interview on Rogan. It makes me want to rewatch Office Space and Idiocracy this week too. Yeah, totally. That was the other Judge movie that I forgot when I was like talking shit about Extract, because Idiocracy was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And it's like, it's great that all of these things are happening to us that they made fun of back in the 90s, so that a new crowd can be introduced to Idiocracy and Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, man, great shit.
Yeah.
100%. Great stuff. Short episode. That's all right. We don't need to do like an hour-long jammy on Beavis and Butthead.
They deserve it. I mean,
Who deserves
They deserve it.
Nobody deserves to hear anyone talk about Beavis and Butthead for an hour.
We're not going to give it to them.
No,
they
we're
deserve
not.
it.
No. But I'm glad. Happy anniversary, Chad.
Happy anniversary, Mike.
We did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. We watched Beavis and Butthead. We ate some nasty-ass pizza and mac and cheese.
It's perfect.
You ate so many gummies and drank so many beers. And you're coherent. You're awesome.
I had a few.
What a fucking trooper, man. You're not like Beavis popping those pills in jail. I was wondering how they were going to do a cornholio without sugar.
Right.
I thought they were going to do cornholio when they found out they could do Apple Pay with the phone that they stole, and he was going to get so hopped up on slushies, but like the whole jail scene where he's like telling them to like stuff those pills, and he's like, all right, and just starts fucking eating them.
Yeah.
It was fucking great.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, definitely get Paramount Plus for this so you guys can watch it. It's fucking awesome. You're going to be very entertained. It was very entertaining. Beavis and Butthead in space. Awesome. Smart Beavis and Butthead. Awesome.
Yeah. As good as it could be.
Definitely.
As good as it could be.
Definitely. All right. Social medias, Instagram, Sequilibrium Podcast. Like and review, like and subscribe, do all that shit you can to help just get this noticed. Email us movie suggestions at sequilibriumpodcast@gmail.com.
We still haven't decided on the next one. Help us with that. Hot Shots, or is that the next one? Hot Shots.
My buddy Ray brought up, he texted me yesterday, and he's like, hey, have you guys done First Blood Part 2? And I said, no. I've always wanted to, because it's called Rambo First Blood Part 2. Right?
Yeah.
But growing up, I always just called it Rambo.
Uh-huh.
Because the first one was First Blood.
Right.
First Blood's already been spilt. This one's just called Rambo.
More blood.
It's not like Rambo 3 is First Blood Part 3 Rambo. Yeah. First Blood Part 3 Rambo in a helicopter. Or something,
right.
So I definitely want to do First Blood Part 2. And we're probably going to have him as a guest because he fucking loves that shit.
Is that what we're kicking the year off with?
I think we could.
Yeah?
We could do some Rambo First Blood Part 2. But we're going to have to figure out how to get 3 mics in this.
Oh, easy. Easy.
All right. Well, I think we kind of got an idea of where we're going with the next one. So we'll be back with whatever it is. You're going to enjoy it. It doesn't fucking matter.
No.
Right?
No.
It doesn't. It doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't. Nobody's listening now.
Nobody's listening. All right. Well, hopefully you listen to this and you hear our words.
Bye.
Bye. IMDb's rating is 4.9 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm right there. I'm right at a 4.7.
I want to
go below that.
You want to? Okay. I'll read a 4, but then I'm going to go for the 10s because we don't like this movie that much. And I want to read the ones of the people who do like it that much.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking crazy. A poor film, undeserving of the name. Having been sheltered for half a century, Leatherface is back to cause more mayhem. What can you say? I waited ages to see this film. I had really high expectations. Kind of like those I had for Halloween too. Oh, I started a long one, so I'm not even going to finish that. I'm sorry.
Really? You
everybody.
waited ages to see this film?
This movie was really only talked about for the last 4 years.
Like, did you always expect a sequel to the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
And
come again?
Well, I mean, and before that, all you had were those other Chainsaw movies.
Yeah.
So were you hoping for like original story with like the original cast? Or are you hoping for some new made up bullshit with Steven Dorff as the fucking sheriff?
Right.
Okay, here's a short one. Texas lame saw mediocre.
Is this 1 or a 4?
This is a 4. A geriatric lumberjack carves up a bunch of annoying internet influencers. Part of it are outright laughable and how stupid the characters are behaving. I would normally root for the villain, but not even this Leatherface deserves that. Want to have a better time? Count the number of times the letter V appears in the end credits. I don't know what that means, but I feel like I might have missed something. Because if that's a good time,
why the letter V?
Why the letter is well, this is the 5th one, sort of. I don't fucking know. Oh, and as if I needed more proof that self-driving cars are dumb. So listen. Self-driving cars are stupid because if you're driving away on them, looking through the sunroof, you might see your sister's head being held up by a maniac.
I was going to say, it got her away. Nothing dumb about that.
I know, yeah. Like, well, go to Austin. Boop. I mean, of course you had to have a self-driving car because none of these fuckers could drive.
Yeah.
the bus that everyone was on, what the fuck happened there when they were taking off?
Yeah.
Like Leatherface is some velociraptor running alongside of them and kept knocking it over.
Yeah, I was wondering that same thing.
And then when they get Sally's car, they just fucking drive into the auto shop. So of course they need self-driving vehicles because they don't have driver's license.
Yeah, I mean, when she got into the bus covered in shit, she should just have been like, there's somebody out there killing people. We need to drive away. You know?
And nobody was saying anything.
Yeah,
like these two girls are walking through them covered
right,
in blood.
Exactly.
And then that banker is not telling them, hey guys, dude just got his fucking face slashed. We need to hide out here. But yet she's letting everyone do cocaine in the back of the bus, still fucking partying. Yeah. All right, here's one last 4 before I jump into the 10s.
Okay.
Millennial, please die. I don't know if I was intentional, or I don't know if it was intentional. I assume it was. The casts are mostly insufferable young people who I wanted to see die. The 2 sisters were sort of okay, I guess.
See, and I wouldn't even say I wanted to see any of them die. Really.
I didn't want to see them
think
die.
That's the one thing. If you can compare this one to the original in any way at all, it's that the characters were likable for the most part. And that's the thing about their deaths that make them more impactful, is you like these characters. You kind of want to see them live. There's no reason to watch them die.
I wanted to see that little girl, the little one live, the one who survived the school shooting. Yeah. Because it's like, is this how she's going to go out? Right. You know, she survived that shit. Like the whole, I mean, obviously that's, you know, a thing that happens in the real world. Yeah. So it's like, I think there was that little bit of a more of emotional, like you don't want her to die like this. You want her to pick up the gun and fucking shoot him like the writer intended.
At the same time too, it's not like the others didn't have redeeming qualities. There weren't like many just fuck faces. You didn't care about.
Don't do anything, bro. You get canceled. Like that dude, I was like, fucking shot that guy up.
Yeah. No meatheads, really.
No meatheads. Just like the cliche.
As the main characters go.
Just sockless, loafer wearing people who shop at Whole Foods. There's this really long one, and I'm going to read it personally at home. But the title is Texas Chainsaw Massacre returns in a follow-up that aims for legacy sequels like Halloween 18, but instead continues Texas Chainsaw Massacre's legacy of mediocre follow-ons. It's really long, and I think this person has the same gripes as I do about Chainsaw 2 already existed. Like, this is not, you know, you have the new Turtles movie, and then you have Secret of the Ooze, and then it's like, oh, that one sucks so much. So let's just pretend that one didn't exist and start from the first one. And that's fine, because that second one sucked.
Oh, by the way,
I
keep thinking about the fact that you think you would rather watch Bulletproof 2 than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You know, I thought about that too after I re-listened to that, and I was like, maybe I feel differently, but I don't know, maybe I don't.
Think about the nostalgia alone is enough to make me want to watch it over Bulletproof 2.
Yeah, I mean that's what I should have said. I agree. Yeah. I agree. All right, here you go. 10 out of 10 for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Love the liberal wokies getting chopped up. Yeah, it was woke, but in a strange way, it backfired on the producers this time. Every single actor other than the older sister showed you exactly why the world has changed so much and not for the better. I mean, the pure satisfaction meant I was rooting for Leatherface. Even Jordan Peele got a mention. What a shame he wasn't in it. Did Jordan Peele get a mention?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
But who gives a shit?
Yeah, who gives a shit? Here's another one. Great to see wokesters get wrecked. Corrupt wokesters get absolutely annihilated by Leatherface. What's not to love? They kill his mom and he snaps, brutally assaulting them, cutting them up piece by piece.
Oh, speaking of snaps, when he snaps that guy's arm in half
and then uses the fucking bone. So that, like, fuck. Leatherface is not Jason. Mm-hmm. Leatherface is not what's the word I'm looking for? Spontaneous when it comes to the killing.
Right.
You know, How did he kill people before? Hit him on the head with a hammer, hang her on a meat hook, use a fucking chainsaw. This one, he's using the chainsaw as a fucking decoy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Leatherface is that type of brain capacity
Right.
to be like, let me trick you to thinking I'm over here, but really, I'm going to come out over here.
Right.
I like, that's what I don't like about that, the way they did that character.
Yeah.
You know, Leatherface is just this big dumb idiot with a chainsaw who's killing because the family needs him to. He's killing, you know, like I said, the people who are intruding on his space. The old man's like, I don't like killing people, but we got to do it.
Yeah.
That's their job. The two brothers is to kill people. In this one, it's not like he's killing people just to kill people, but why the fuck did he walk away from Sally when she was in his room?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that is.
Like when she's like, remember me!
Yeah.
Say my name!
When she's in the closet, he opens the closet door and grabs
Melody?
the dress or whatever it is.
Yeah, I almost wonder, like, so the only faces Leatherface wore in the first one were women's faces. And in Generations, the one with Matthew McConaughey, he comes to dinner dressed as a woman. And like the whole thing is like him wearing a dress with the chainsaw and the mask.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In the first one, he wore 3 different masks. I don't remember the first one. The second one was an old lady, and then the third one was the pretty woman, the dinner with the blush and everything.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say like, are they trying like the cross-dressing thing? That's what Ed Gein was all about. He was trying to make like a woman's suit. So I don't know, maybe. But this one, he wore that lady's face and, you know, put the dress on over him.
Yeah.
He was like trying to be her.
Yeah.
So like I almost want, because like they never mentioned the grandma in the first one, but they show her in the same room with the grandpa and she doesn't have a face. So I almost wonder if like Leatherface took the face to be like, you know, she was kind to me, so I'm like trying to be her.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's kind of like the story,
Right.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, if you know, hit me up on Instagram at Sequilibrium_. I totally will love to talk to people.
We're everywhere.
Yeah, and you can email me too, sequilibriumpodcast@gmail. I said Hotmail one episode.
Did you?
I hope people realize I meant Gmail, because who the fuck is creating new Hotmails? Like, your Hotmail account is supposed to have some dumb emo name if you still use it, but you're not fucking creating new ones. But yeah, I mean, I love Leatherface. I have a Leatherface toy from the first movie, from the movie Maniacs. It's really cool. It comes with a bucket with body parts. It has a foot, an arm, and someone's head.
No kidding.
It looks like Jerry's head because it's got glasses but no afro.
Sweet.
And comes with a hammer and the chainsaw. And I always prop it where he's holding it up over his head because that's the fucking classic. I love that they added the dance in this movie.
Do you love that?
But I hate how fast it was. Leatherface in the first one, when he did it, he was slow. He was sluggish when he was swinging it around. This one, it was like,
Well, it was very quick, which I thought was good.
Yeah.
Because you're never gonna top the original as far as that end scene of him, you know, turning around with this fucking chainsaw
with the sun rising in the backdrop too.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
so fucking
Yeah,
cool.
that first one too. I love that shot when they're waiting for him to come back. One guy's like, "Oh no, you guys stay here. I'm gonna go try and find him."
Oh, when Jerry left to go find him.
Yeah, and then it's
So
the
that trail
blonde.
between the two sheds.
It's blonde, so he's sitting in his wheelchair, and the light from the car, that headlight. It's a really, really pretty shot.
I think
there are a lot of pretty shots in that original.
in the original,
film.
totally. Yeah, there was a lot of the first one, you know, because this is probably the first time I had watched it with subtitles, and just like getting more of the story of like when the old man's getting mad at the hitchhiker. They saw you because he was fucking there robbing graves.
Yeah.
You know, so many like connections. Glad we did this, dude. I'm glad we did this one. And I really want to do RoboCop, and I want to ask your permission. Can Mila do RoboCop with us?
Yeah, she could probably do RoboCop.
I was a kid when I saw RoboCop 2, and I was younger when I saw the first RoboCop, and I was wondering what the appeal to me as a kid to that movie was, and like I want to know if she was like, oh yeah, Clarence Boddicker when he gets stabbed in the throat.
Yeah, I'll flood her with RoboCop. We'll do 1 and 2 sometime this week.
Bitches leave. Best fucking line. Yeah, that was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I hope you liked it.
Yeah, it was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay.
Would you recommend people watch that movie?
Yeah. Even if you haven't seen the original, I would say watch this movie. As a matter of fact, if you haven't seen the original, it might make this movie a slight bit better.
You
might not be right there with the whole Sally aspect of the story, but I don't think it really matters that much because she was the worst part of the fucking movie.
Didn't even need to fucking be there. Didn't even need to be there. Like I said, if you were gonna do a sequel to the first one, Part 2 already existed. They could have done Chainsaw 1.5, where the cops are raiding the fucking Sawyer farm because clearly Sally got away. She told people about it. What happened to Leatherface? Did he, escape and hide in a home? Nubbins is dead, so we don't have to worry about him. Fucking grandpa, this ancient old guy. Like, what fucking happened to these people?
Yeah, and with Sally in this one, too, I would have almost rather her just have been a seemingly normal old lady, like fucking having tea with her friends, and then she gets word of what happened somehow, and it, this fucking switch flips, and she becomes what we see, rather than her just kind of waiting around to kill Leatherface.
Slaughtering a pig.
Somebody you don't even know is alive. Yeah.
Sally, 50 years later, it's happening again. She fucking became a Texas Ranger. Did she devote 50 years to finding Leatherface, or did she solve other crimes?
Yeah.
Like what the TCM series with fucking Sally, Texas Ranger, fucking working with Tommy Lee Jones to get the fugitives. Some shit like that, The Texas Chainsaw spinoff, like that show Castle Rock. It's supposed to be tied to all these Stephen King things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Huh. I don't know why. It has literally no connection to my idea for this TCM Sally Texas Ranger show. But hey, everybody, rate and review and follow the show on iTunes.
Sequilibrium at AOLonline.com.
You have mail. What else? Yeah, Spotify, eTunes, iTunes,
YouTube.
Did
you already say YouTube?
Email sequilibriumpodcast@gmail.
Twitter.
Instagram. No, we're not on Twitter. Fuck that shit.
TikTok.
Sequilibrium on TikTok. Yeah, that's it.
Just search us. You know how to search.
All right, everyone. We're going to be back with RoboCop 2 next.
Bye.
Yeah. You ready for Bulletproof 2 IMDb 10-star ratings?
Do it.
Now, there's only 2, and I'm going to read them both because luckily they're very short. This movie is a 3.6 out of 10. 593 people had given it stars.
Okay.
So, like, either it hadn't been seen or it had only been seen by the people they shared it to the people they're close with. But like, okay, so here it is. Yes! This is January 6th, 2020. This is the day after this guy took the Capitol. Because listen to what he says. Finally a movie for guys. It's politically incorrect and funny as hell. If you could take a joke and give one back, then tune in. This is vulgar, in-your-face, funny as hell buddy comedy. The 2 guys were funny, the girls were great and super hot, and the action was hitting hard. Fun.
Wow.
Yeah. The movie, the jokes. I don't see the political incorrectness other than the fact that they were like constantly They weren't doing anything that was like politically incorrect. They even mentioned like LGBTQ stuff. Mm-hmm. There's just a whole lot of talk about sucking balls.
I quite honestly see nothing redeeming about this movie.
Not at all. And like, finally a movie for guys. Why? You know,
there's titties.
Yeah, because there's titties
and guns.
And guns, yeah, titties and
in
guns.
America.
And off-brand booze named Scotch. The next one is The Jack and Archie Show is back and badder than ever. Come on, this movie is smack you in the face funny. I loved it. Not for the woke out there, but if you can laugh and have a good time, this is for you. Keep them coming. Written the same day. One's by Boots777 and the other is Eli Ellis is back. Yeah, that's why I'm only going to read the 1 stars.
That's it.
Or the 10 stars, because I mean, a 1 star, I guess okay. All right, I'll look. Absolute garbage. A terrible, terrible film. Awful acting and stupid plot. A complete waste of time. I mean, if you're not watching this movie for research purposes for a podcast, then why the fuck are you watching this movie?
You shouldn't be.
No, God, no, not at all. And do me a favor, don't even watch the first Bulletproof.
Based on the first Bulletproof, if I was home alone and, smoking some weed and I turned on the TV and I saw Bulletproof 2, I'd say, oh, I didn't know they made a sequel to Bulletproof 2. Who are these guys? Push play. And it's one of those movies that I might even be able to clean to and then forget about and then change once I realized it was still on. And that's a bad movie.
Is this shit still on? No, you're like, you're feather dusting and you look over and you're like,
yeah,
are those boobs?
Right.
And then you sit down for a minute and then you're just like,
oh yeah, Bulletproof 2.
This movie's fucking stupid. No, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when it came out, after seeing the picture, when I looked it up, I do remember when I first picked it up and I was like, huh. It's those guys. Like, it doesn't tell you anything about, like, the first Bulletproof was a movie based on these two guys, or like anything that gives you an idea of really how bad this movie's going to be. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what you took when you were like 24 fucking years, Chad. The difference. Why was this stewing in someone's fucking brain for 24 years? They watched Bulletproof over the weekend with their dad. And they're like, someday I'm going to make the sequel to this movie.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, no one is fucking thinking twice about a Bulletproof 2. But this guy, Don Michael Murray, right? I'm going to look his name up because it was on there. Don Michael Paul spends his whole life just thinking about Bulletproof 2, and every year it just goes by and everyone loses interest, but he hasn't lost interest. He still has his Angel Fire fan page for Bulletproof that he did for his senior project.
Well, let's be honest, it was probably 6 months before Bulletproof 2 that some guy in the office was going through papers and thought, hey, Bulletproof was pretty big on home release back in the early 90s.
Yeah.
And then they just shit something out.
Now, let me tell you what this guy has written. We're going to start at the beginning because it's really funny. Did you ever see Harley Davidson and Marlboro Man?
No.
With fucking Don Johnson and Mickey Rourke?
No.
I used to seriously fucking think it was Sam Elliott and Bruce Willis when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. He wrote a Silk Stockings episode. You remember that fucking bullshit show?
Nope.
That late night TV show that was like a TNA show. Oh my god, dude, that was it was like a man and a woman. They're like detectives or some shit. It's supposed to be like a sexy Law and Order.
Was it Cinemax?
USA, dude.
Oh
yeah, fucking up all night. He wrote Half Past Dead 2. Or he wrote Half Past Dead, starring our hero Steven Seagal. Mm-hmm. He wrote Half Past Dead 2. He wrote Who's Your Caddy? He wrote Death Race 4, Jarhead, Law of Return, Bulletproof 2, Tremors, Shrieker Island. So basically, looking at that, he did what was that sequel? Jarhead. Jarhead was like a popular movie, right? With fucking Gyllenhaal, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, I think so.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Right. So he took like this really popular movie and then just made this straight to DVD sequel. And they did the same thing with Bulletproof too. Yeah. But I forgot to mention that was stuff that he's written, stuff that he directed. Are you ready for this? Yep. Kindergarten Cop 2.
Oh.
So I hope you know that means we're watching fucking Kindergarten Cop 2.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I mean,
it's going to be really bad.
Oh, dude, it's going to be terrible. Dolph Lundgren and who's the principal? Bill Bellamy, an old VJ.
Ooh, Bill Bellamy.
Yeah.
That makes me excited.
Yeah. I mean, I remember seeing it come out, reading the back, obviously. Curiosity killed the cat.
I'd be more excited if it was Kurt Loder, though.
Kurt Loder?
Wasn't that his name?
Instead of Dolph Lundgren, it's Kurt Loder.
No, the other guy.
Why would you kids settle down? I got news for you. This just in.
Who did we mention? Bill Bellamy.
Bill Bellamy, that's right. Yeah. Do you know Kennedy is like a libertarian? She's like a Fox News person. Yeah. That's all I got to say about that. Fuck Bulletproof too.
Agreed.
Well, Chad, you got anything else you want to say about this shit?
I don't think so.
Nothing?
Kindergarten Cop 2 next week?
I mean, we might as well. Don't watch the first one. I'm a fireman.
You and I will talk about
people.
You and I will talk about it.
Dude, I love Kindergarten Cop 2. It's awesome. It's fucking great.
All right.
Instagram, Sequilibrium _.
YouTube.
Spotify, 5 stars.
Everywhere.
Follows, listens,
share.
Yeah, share the shit out of this. Likes, all that fucking stuff. I mean, we just saved you from watching Bulletproof 2. You're welcome.
Some of these people still will.
I mean, he might as well. I mean, shit. Fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Next
Bye.
time.